Hey guys, welcome to the second video of this series. Today we're going to be talking about broken access control. If you missed the first video covering iDoors, be sure to go back and watch that. Again, I'll drop the website link down below in the description for you guys to be able to get to this. You can do this all on your own, completely free. All you need is a web browser, so no special tools needed in this. This is mainly for beginners getting started into bug bounty hunters and that realm, maybe some web app pen testing. And with this, we'll be using like the developer tools that's available on any web browser that you use, such as Firefox or Google Chrome. I use Google Chrome for this video series. Normally, if I'm running Linux or something like that, I'll run Firefox because I like the extensions and stuff I have there. But let's go ahead and jump in. So today's about broken access control. Go ahead and click Start Lab to get in here. Again, this website's really good about giving you the goals, the lab, the exploit if you get stuck. It's kind of like a walkthrough, and then your report where you report your findings in order to mimic you finding a bug bounty and submitting it for the bounty reward that's out there. So let's talk about broken access control and what it is. Broken access control is when an application enforces restrictions only on the client side, which is in the browser, not on the server side. So this is like it all interacts right in the website where you can see it, usually through JavaScript. A user can bypass these UI restrictions. UI stands for user interface, to perform actions that shouldn't be allowed to do. For an example, you'll have a read-only row. This is when we start the lab. The buttons to edit and delete are grayed out in the UI user interface, but the server doesn't actually check your role. So if you enable the buttons, then you can use the actions to work to delete or edit. So what this is saying is you can change your access and the buttons right inside the browser. It doesn't reach out to the server to verify that you have permission to do it. It does it all right on the page. So that'll make more sense here in a second. So your mission is to generate credentials and log in as a read-only user, observe that all action buttons are disabled, find a way to remove the disabled attribute from the buttons, and then confirm that the actions actually execute on the server, not just a UI change. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the lab. Click Open Lab. You want to see this is kind of like the first video. We're going to generate credentials. And you'll see on this, you'll see internal notes, but everything is grayed out. If we hover over it, we can't do anything with it. We can't click, can't manipulate, anything like that at all. So in order to work on this, we're going to bring up our developer tools. There's a couple of ways you can do this. You can go up to your little three dots, and you can do your tools, and you'll see developer tools. But you can also do the shortcut, Control-Shift-I, and you can also do F, as in Frank, 12. So F12 will also pull this up as well. So what we're going to do in order to find this is we're going to right-click, or let's do this. Let's click on this arrow, select element, and we're going to just hover over this and click on that to inspect it. That's going to put us right on the spot inside this HTML coding. So you'll see here it says disabled. And then on click equals delete note, the word delete, which is what you see in the button, and you'll see edit, which is the button right next to it. So in order to make this work, simply we just need to take out the word disabled. So if you double click on it, it'll highlight it. You can backspace. That will take it out. You'll hit enter. And you notice now that the delete button is active. So if we click this, you'll see that the note deleted, and it says note deleted successfully. So that's pretty much it. But in order to report this, and we're saying this is client side, that like we see it happen here, we need to make a way that we can run a script through JavaScript like it has here in order to make this happen all the time, to take out the disabled text on there, or the attribute, so that it will change the highlight on both of them and enable all the buttons for you to go in and delete or edit any of the ones that you want to. So in order to do this, we're going to open up the console. So the console is where you can run JavaScript commands and things inside of here against the page that you're running against. I'll go ahead and refresh this to pull everything back up. We'll generate credentials again, just to put all the buttons back that we've seen before. Now, in order to take these out, you notice that they had the word disabled. So we want to remove the word disabled from every one of these edit and delete buttons. So to do this, we're going to drop in a query selector. Go ahead and drop this in. All right, so what this is going to do is it's going to find every element. So see, it's query selector all, so it's looking at all elements that have the word disabled. So if it has the word disabled, for each one, we want to iterate over each one that says disabled. Once we iterate over all of them, like once it finds all of them that says disabled, we want to remove the attribute of disabled from every one of them. So this will remove attribute disabled from every one of these buttons, which will enable all of them. So once we run this, you put this in, you'll hit enter. You'll now see that every button is clickable. Edit, delete, edit, delete. Every one of them is now accessible for us to use in order to edit these notes or delete them completely. So we can delete that. We can run this. And same again. We have the same options to edit and delete. So let's go back to the page where we were first on here, where we can do a report. And it wants us to enter the JavaScript exploit that we used in order to remove the disabled attribute from every one of them. So we can just go back. We can highlight what we dropped in here. So right click on that. We'll do copy. We'll go back to our report. We'll drop that in. And you'll see that this has solved the lab for broken access control. Similar to the first one that we done in the first video, you give the summary, reproduction steps. Like I said, they will want to go on and check this themselves to verify that it is legit and the exploit actually does live there, so they can go in and verify and fix. And then the impact that it would hold. A user with read-only role can bypass client-side restrictions to perform full CRUD operations on all notes. This undermines the entire role-based access control system. A malicious read-only user could modify or delete critical security documentation, create misleading entries, or exfiltrate data through note creation. So that's all we have for this broken access control video. Be sure to check back for the next one. Like I said, if you hadn't seen the first IDOR video, go back and check it out as well. Like always, thank you guys for watching.